The global CEO of semiconductor maker AMD, Lisa Su, says India is one of the most important markets as it houses the company's largest team outside of the United States. She's on a visit to India as AMD celebrates completing 20 years in the country. Shireen Bhan spoke to Lisa Su, who promised that AMD will continue to invest in the Indian market.
Yes, well, it's a very special week for us this week. I'm here celebrating our 20th anniversary in India. India is such an important part of AMD. When we look across our, all of our, global portfolio, every aspect of our product line goes through our design center here in India. And so I had a great time this morning with our team. And when I look back at the last 10 years, it's kind of interesting that we had met each other 10 years ago. It's been a remarkable experience. I mean, if you think about all of the things that have changed over the last 10 years, I say that, semiconductors have now gone from, something that was, kind of behind the scenes, under the covers to today. Everybody's talking about semiconductors, and semiconductors are essential to, every business, every country, every profession. So I think that feels very good. And then from an AMD standpoint, I think we've also had a very good 10 years in terms of, taking our business from what was, in 2015, we were about a $4 billion company, and this year we'll be north of $25 billion. So there's been a lot of growth in there.
There has been a lot of growth, and I'll address the growth in just a second. But I want to double down on your bet on India. And you have committed $400 million to 2028, and you've just been here to inaugurate the last phase of this campus. Why the decision to make India the home for your largest R&D facility?
Well, we actually look at it in a very logical way. When you think about our business, it's all about having the most talented people around the globe. We run a very global team, and we did make a bet on India. We made a bet that we could build an end-to-end design capability here. So hardware, software, systems. It's an extremely talented team. And with the investments, nothing comes overnight. It comes after literally 20 years. I think 20 years ago we started with maybe 100 people. Yeah. Now we have 8,000 people in India across all of our product portfolio, and I think the bet has really paid off. We wanted to have a major site in India, and we wanted to grow that skill set across the board. And I'm very happy to say that this is our largest team outside of the U.S. This is our largest design center here in Bangalore. So it is a very special place.
Well, I'm glad to hear that from you, Lisa. I also want to link this to the larger semiconductor story that's now starting to play out in India. You met with the Prime Minister in September when he was in the US for his visit. India is aspiring now to become a manufacturing hub of semiconductors as well. How do you see that playing itself out, and what do you believe will be some of the things that we need to be mindful of as we grow this ecosystem in this industry here?
Well, I have to say, I have a very, very high regard for Prime Minister Modi and his strong vision on technology across semiconductors, both the Make in India, semiconductor manufacturing, design, as well as all the focus on AI. I think every aspect of that is truly important as we go forward, and especially around semiconductor manufacturing. What I admire is the very concrete, pragmatic steps that have been taken to both attract global companies here, as well as building the local infrastructure and ecosystem. And I think the one thing is these ecosystems take time. They don't come overnight, but I would say lots of very strong progress. And we continue to invest in India because we really believe that this will be one of the most important markets and regions going forward, as well as a wonderful infrastructure and ecosystem for the type of development that we do.
So it's a day of big exclusives, Zepter on one hand and the AMD Global CEO on the other, only on CNBC TV 18. With that, it's a wrap on this edition of Business 360. News and updates continue right here.